Thank you for joining us with Ask a Historian. I'm Matthew Wilkinson, historian with Heritage Mississauga. And each week we invite you to send in your questions and we'll explore the fascinating stories of the city of Mississauga together. Like, subscribe, and follow us and stay up to date on all the heritage happenings with Heritage Mississauga. This week, we are thrilled to be joined by Patti Jannetta-Baker, well known in the city of Mississauga, but Patti wears many hats, and one of those hats happens to be coming to the front this weekend with Italfest. Italfest is in its 10th anniversary, and Patti is one of the founding directors of Italfest and the president of Italfest. So Patti, thank you for joining us here.
Oh, it's my absolute pleasure. Thank you, Matthew.
And sorry, just an aside, thank you for always being so positive and bubbly. It's lovely to chat with you. We're in the 10th. I've seen the boards around the city where it's the 10th anniversary of Italfest. I can't believe that it's the 10th anniversary because it doesn't feel that long ago. But can you tell us how Italfest began?
Yes, well, it began with an idea. Basically, I had always wanted to do something in Mississauga, and I had spoken to Chin about it, Lenny Lombardi, of course, because they're the big Italian machine that we all know that has generated so much for the Italian community to be able to work within its culture. And then we had all had many conversations, and then something happened. I was at Celebration Square judging a song festival, and one of the young people that were judging with me, his mother was Tina Colilio. And we had a conversation, and we started talking about we should get together because we knew each other from 10 years past, and we hadn't seen each other for 10 years. And the conversation just started. And the enthusiasm started, and let's do this. And we started to see how we could, went to the city. Of course, you have to be a not-for-profit to do anything in Celebration Square. You have to be together for a while. And so we were not, but we then luckily joined forces with Tomorrow's Community of Hope, who are already an established not-for-profit that was doing fundraising for the hospitals. And so they joined forces with us, all Italian, and Tina's relatives as well, a lot of them. And so that's how it was born. We were able to do it because, first of all, the city gave us full approval to go forward. And once that happened, and we found a way to make it happen by partnering with the not-for-profit, that's how we started. So for the first number of years until 2015, that's how we worked. And then in 2015, we became our own not-for-profit organization, Mississauga Italfest, Inc.
Yeah, and I mean, 10 years. It's probably all in your memory, but there has to be some incredible highlights. I know it's grown. I think it's Heritage Mississauga. Forgive me, I don't know. But I think we've been involved with you since 2016, I think, something like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, yes.
And I know we've done a number of things over the years, from very small contributions to, I think, when did we build the cave? That was
that was in 2019.
2019, yeah.
We always, every year, have a featured region because there's just so much beauty in Italy, so many beautiful regions. And so that year we featured Basilicata and Matera. And of course, that's one of only 3 places in the world where the first men have lived, where first man was found in those caves. So they moved from the caves on the side of the mountain to actually building caves and living in communities of caves. And so we did a replica of one, thanks to you and Heritage Mississauga. Passion and the love that went into that was amazing because it was so authentic. We took it from a picture from 1920 and we rebuilt practically an exact replica, and even had life-size animals because they lived with their animals. So we went downtown to St. Francis of Assisi Church and borrowed their donkeys and horses and everything from their Christmas displays, and we're able to move them to Mississauga and put them in the Matera cave, and that was really amazing.
I would be remiss if I didn't say a hat tip to our student that summer, Heather Bowden, who really worked her butt off
Oh,
on making that cave happen. So it's
really did. And yes, all of you were phenomenal. And of course, this year we're building something else.
well, we'll come back to that at the end. I don't want to give away the
Oh, yeah,
secret yet,
yeah,
but at the end we'll talk about
yes.
this year.
Okay.
What are some of the, I mean, that's 1 year and one significant moment. What are some of the memory? What are some of the highlights for you? If you could pick like a top 3 or 5 over 10 years, I mean, I'm asking a lot, I know, but what are some of the things that stick out to you as as Italfest has evolved?
Okay, I think, well, every year it's just we're working with a team of fantastic people, all dedicated to trying to do something different and unique. And I think we've achieved that because with Chin, that partnership has enabled us to bring headline entertainment from Italy, and no one else does that free to the public.
Right.
If you want to see something like that, you have to go to Scotiabank Arena or somewhere like that. So we have offered that to the community. So that, I think, looking past it, 10 years, being able to do that year after year, starting off with the Taranta Festival from Italy and then going to the biggest stars. We're all very proud of that. So, and this year especially, it's culminated into some huge entertainment, which we'll talk about. But so that's one thing, being able to offer that part of our culture. And that if you can't get to Italy, we're going to bring some of Italy to you. We are an authentic Italian flavored festival. Everybody has to do something Italian. You don't have to be Italian, but if you're going to be on the stage, you have to offer a bit of a flavor. We've had partnership with the South Asian seniors group dancing the tarantella. We as long as you can sing or dance or recite something Italian flavored, you're so welcome to be with us. And we keep it like that so that if we can say, come and experience a taste of Italy, it's quite authentic. We do offer, of course, all kinds of foods for all kinds of tastes and for our wonderful, beautiful culture, cultural mosaic that is Mississauga. But we try and keep a lot so Italian.
Yeah.
In that way, we're unique. We bring things from Italy that people see in movies. So if you've ever seen the movie Under the Tuscan Sun, you might have seen the flag throwers of Fianza. Well, we brought them to Italfest. So who brings the flag throwers? We brought the flag throwers and the band and musicians and brought them all here. And there was about 15 of them. And that was a huge endeavor, lots of fundraising to do that, but we managed to do that. It's also that we do the traditional respect and honor in our opening ceremonies to our military and to our dignitaries, our Italian dignitaries. So in Italy, it's really usual at a festival or anything to see the running of the Braccialiere, or to see the Polizia, to see the Carabinieri, to see all these all dressed in their regalia, and the Alpini. And so we do that. We have our opening ceremonies that start with these wonderful, wonderful tributes to our culture through our military, and with the songs, with the, and with the regalia. And this year we've actually added the Marine unit and the Alpini. And the Alpini choir will actually be singing a very traditional and moving song. So we do that, and that's very important to us, as well as telling the stories, making sure we have the history on the stage. So that we have generational music that appeals to everyone. So, on Friday, it's a big young night. It's a more youthful night where we have Pino Gioia, who's a contemporary, more pop artist. And we have a lot of emerging or already established pop artists from the area, people like Nina Rose, who's, just making her way around the world with her, of course, it's how much you're on Spotify and YouTube. And she's like blowing up all those numbers. I can't even imagine, but she's with us. And we've got Armando, who's big. He did the Ole Ole, which was the big soccer song. We have Joey. Joey's having a complete, everyone remembers Joey from the 80s, and now he's just as big a star because he's had new songs and everyone's asking for Joey. And then followed by our big dance party under the stars, under the Saga moon, we call it. But Tony Monaco hosts it. DJ Danny D spins, and they throw out T-shirts, and people dance the night away. And that's just on Friday,
What a blast to kick off the day, though, right? Like, or kick off the event. So again, 10 years. I'm always struck by anniversaries, and I think this is a big one. Yes. I mean, you made it 10 years, and only rosier days ahead, I think. And I know there's probably not a year goes by without a few headaches. And from people don't see the organization often that goes into producing one of these, and the countless hours. You just said you were up till 4:30 in the morning, right? So
I was on deadline for the program, so a few of us had to work way into the night to make sure it was all ready for the printer this morning. Yeah. And a beautiful full color program, which it's going to feature a lot of new things that we're doing this year. Yeah. So if you'd like to hear about some of the new things,
absolutely. Let's tell me about this year. What can people expect this year?
Okay, well, we've already talked about Friday, but for the first time, we have a celebrity chef series.
Okay.
And it's pretty amazing. Yes, we're going to have 4 celebrity chefs on our stage with the full equipment, the stainless steel portable kitchen, and everyone from Chef Luciano Schipano to Chef Massimo Capra, and so please don't miss that. It'll all be in our program on our website. But they'll be bringing their big personalities to the Italfest stage.
Do we get to try the food afterwards?
Oh yeah, I wish so. No, I think that would be bedlam. Pure bedlam, because thousands and thousands of people, but not much of a taste there. No, but they'll be able to see it all because of the live eye camera that we've got and everything. So that's fantastic. So we have the chef series, which is a first for us. We have a kids stage. Now, that is also a first for us. We've always had some children family entertainment, but this year we have a designated children's stage. And with entertainment on Friday night, we're bringing in kids artists Friday night. We have a young accordion player and, excuse me, and of course, in that area, there's still the stilt walkers, face painters. We have engineering for kids. We're doing a lot of different things. But one of the huge things we have this year is we are the only festival chosen by Nintendo. They called us and they just saw our website and they liked where we were, the location and what we do. So we have the Nintendo Switch summer events trailer. It's a 20 by 30 trailer filled with everything Nintendo, all the latest, where everybody can go in, try things out, and prizes. They're going to be giving away prizes all the time.
I don't think I'll get my kids out of there.
You probably won't. We've also got the comic juggler. I managed to book him a little while ago at another festival that I was helping with, and he just blew me away. So I had to bring him to Italfest because not only do the kids and children love him, but the parents think he's hilarious because he always has these little insider jokes for parents that they're on the floor laughing. So funny. We have midway. We've got like inflatables that are like mini midway games. We have a sports zone. The Raptors are coming with their big inflatables. The Steelheads will be there. We have a soccer challenge for everybody to enjoy. There's just so much going on there, but Rano, the musical act Rano, he's fantastic. I think I mentioned Sunshine and Broccoli on Friday night, and Bruno Minardo, he's just a young 12-year-old accordion player. He'll just blow everyone away. He's the fastest fingers in town, we'd say, because he's just so quick. We've got Bubble Queen. So she comes and she brings, it looks like big fishnets, but she puts it in this bubble solution and she makes bubbles as big as children's bodies, and little tiny small ones. Her nets can do like just a maze that's so magical. Wow. And then these great big ones. So we have her for 2 shows, and we have a puppet show as well. We have the puppet lady. So there's so much going on in the kids village this year that it's, and it's actually the Pizza Nova, thanks to Pizza Nova too. It's the family and the Italfest family and kids zone. So we're really excited about that.
And will the program be up on the website so people can check it out and see what times things are at, or?
Absolutely, all of it, because we haven't even talked about Saturday yet. But yes. I don't know how much time we have.
Well, we got a couple more minutes, so you want to give us just kind of a real quick highlight of Saturday as well?
Sure. We've already talked about the chef series because there's 1 chef on Friday and 3 on Saturday. Okay. But we've got our opening ceremonies, and then we also have our pasta and watermelon eating contests, and they're going to be hosted by Giuseppe the MC, who is just hilarious. So, and please, there's great prizes. Just to be our participant this year, you get $50, and the winner gets $250. Wow. So for both the pasta and the watermelon eating. So we've got our bocce awards. We haven't talked about our bocce tournament, which we have every year on Saturday. It starts at 10 o'clock. And clubs from all across Ontario come. There's about 100 clubs that come. And we've got great acts like Sarah and Matt, Zingaro Bocce, that they do accordion and saxophone. We're showing a movie. We've partnered with Movie Italy, who have given us a classic Italian movie. And at 6 o'clock for 1 hour, we're showing Restiamo Amici. So everybody can get their dinner, get their popcorn. And of course, we have our Heritage Awards. We have Viaggio, the dance band. They won't be able to sit in their seats. And then leading to a great, great act. And they're called Amore Grande. How can I say it? Like the 3 tenors, but with a woman.
Okay.
Amore Grande. And you'll love them. Then we have, Canada's rising star, sweetheart, Roberta Battaglia.
Yeah.
And she is Battaglia, excuse me.
Battaglia.
How could I say her name wrong? Roberta Battaglia. And she's opening for the iconic superstar direct from Italy, Manuela Villa.
Wow.
Yep. So
it sounds incredible.
There's lots. There's even more, but I don't know where to go.
Well, no, this is the carrot, right? You got to check it out and find out more. VIP lounge and Bar Italia if you like some cool hospitality. Can you also briefly touch? I know from Heritage Mississauga we're putting together some heritage history displays. What is that? Where is that area, and how can people connect with kind of the history part?
Absolutely. And I knew we were going to lead to this, so I was saving this. Because you've been so instrumental in helping with this. But we have had the group from the Puglia Federation partner with us in a big way, of course, because our featured region is Puglia. And as we built the cave home of Matera, we are building the Trullo of Puglia. So since the 4th century in Puglia, they have lived, not everyone, in certain areas, in these round stone homes with cone tops. And sometimes they're joined together and they're called trulli, but individually they're Trullo. And they lived in these. They were circular homes. They had ladders inside. They went up to the top, to the dome. And that's where they dried their vegetables or their meat. And that's where people slept as well. And who couldn't sleep downstairs slept up there. And the different from Matera, they didn't keep their animals inside. They kept them outside. But it's very, very unique. If you go on and look up Trullo, you will be amazed at these. They look like sort of Smurf hats.
I was thinking the same thing, actually.
They do, and they would have the family insignia on the front. Some of them did. Yep. Some of them were ornate. So, of course, the ones that people live in now have been turned into beautiful homes. They've put them all together, and you go inside. There's even truly hotels. Oh, wow. There's things like that. But so we have made one. There has been one that has been built by the Federation. It's being installed. It's being brought in 2 pieces, and everyone that goes to the Heritage Center, which is in the amphitheater on the top level near the wade pool. So you turn right and you go into the amphitheater. You have to walk through the Trullo to get into the Heritage Center.
Oh, that sounds cool.
So you walk through, and then when you come out, there are tables and beautiful displays done by Heritage Mississauga on Puglia. And it's people, it's landscape, it's history, and also the people that we're recognizing that are Pugliese this year.
Yeah.
So that's what you'll see, and there'll be a screen, a screen with a video rotating, telling about the Trullo, telling about the area in both English and Italian. Now there's also a stage in there with Pugliese entertainment. We'll have some poets, some dancers, guitar, accordion, a little bit of everything in there off and on. And that will be posted outside the amphitheater. We'll put it on the website, but it'll also be posted outside who's going to be performing. Then we also have in there the Cooksville Brickworks, thanks to Heritage Mississauga, and your historian will be there talking about the immigration of Italians to Mississauga and how so many worked and lived, right there at the Cooksville Brickworks. And another thing, last thing we have in here this year, which is phenomenal, as well as everything else that's incredible, is that we have a tribute to the Canadian-Italian Hockey League presented by the Hockey Hall of Fame. This year, the Canadian-Italian Hockey League is being recognized by the Hockey Hall of Fame for almost 50 years of running from, I'll tell you, my father founded this league when he was 17 years old.
Wow.
He was never allowed to play hockey, and he wanted to be a Canadian kid, but they didn't allow young Italian boys or men to play hockey at that time. So he started his own league when he was 17, and my dad would be 90 this year if he was still alive. So you know how long ago that was.
Yeah.
And it ran almost 50 years, and it played at the George Bell Arena, and it, then went to St. Mike's, and it spawned NHLers like John D'Amico, linesman, the Cavallini brothers, Lou Fontinato, Pete Babando, and it was a league that kept the history together. It kept young Italian men off the street in Little Italy and all over, and the camaraderie is unbelievable. We just had a reunion at the Resource Center on May 14th, the first time all the players got together that were still with us.
Oh,
and it was
awesome.
Truly amazing. And there's a video made of it, and that video will be rotating in the Heritage Centers for everyone to see. And there'll be a beautiful display. And actually the curator, Phil, who's so famous, will be there himself.
Oh, wonderful.
Overseeing, Phil Pritchard will be there overseeing the exhibit.
I met Phil a few years back now. But, Patti, it sounds wonderful. And again, what's the website?
Yes, Italfest.com.
Italfest.com. We can't get simpler than that. And, we invite everyone. You just got a sample of the excitement, of the energy, of this fantastic event and the spirit of it. Come out, check it out. The event takes place this coming weekend, which is on the Friday, the opening festival on the 12th, and then all day on the 13th. Again, check out italfest.com. Come out and see it, enjoy it, take it in, and also it's such an honor and such an excitement, I think, to reflect on the history of the Italian connection to Mississauga, because it really is one of our founding nations. I don't know what the right word is there, but the founding communities of our rich history, of the rich history of the city, Italian immigration, and the contributions they've made to making Mississauga what it is as a cultural entity is phenomenal, and continues to be phenomenal. And what better way to come out to Celebration Square and partake of the culture and enjoy yourself. And so open to everyone. So again, Patti, for that, thank you so very much. And all the best this weekend, and hat tip for 10 wonderful years, and looking forward to 10 more, and let's keep building it each year. So Patti, to you and everyone who puts it together, thank you so very much.
Well, thank you so much for having us, and we look forward to welcoming you to beautiful Celebration Square. We're so lucky to be able to be there as well.
Look forward to it. And for that, thank you everyone for joining us on Ask a Historian. And keep sending in your questions each and every week to explore the stories of the city of Mississauga. Come out to Italfest again this coming weekend on Friday and Saturday at Celebration Square at the Mississauga Civic Center. Like, subscribe, and follow us and stay up to date on all the heritage happenings with Heritage Mississauga. And thank you again to Patti Jannetta-Baker, the president of Italfest. Take care, Patti.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao.